How Night Came into Being,
a Hindu tale.
By D.M. Kartha.
Once upon a time, only a twin brother
and sister
lived upon the earth.
Their names were Yama
and Yami,
and they loved each other
dearly. Together they roamed the earth, enjoying its smells
and tastes,
the sounds
and sights,
the touches of the breezes,
and the feel of the grass beneath their feet.
Where Yama
and Yami lived,
it was always day,
and the season was always spring.
The sun never set,
and the moon and the stars lay hidden behind its bright golden light. Time stood still.
There was neither yesterday nor tomorrow.
The flowers never wilted or died.
The beehives overflowed with honey.
And it was never cold or dry.
The birds never became tired of flying.
And the trees were never empty of plump, ripe fruits. In this sea of the eternal,
happy moment,
Yama
and Yami
swam peacefully like twin swans.
One time, as Yami was returning from a solitary walk, she found Yama lying under a tree,
as if he was asleep.
She whispered his name,
Yama,
but he did not answer.
She cried out his name in a loud voice,
Yama!
But still, there was no answer.
She shook him gently, Yama!
But he did not move.
She could see no sign that he was breathing,
and his body felt cold and still.
Yami knew suddenly that she was alone in the world. My brother Yama is dead.
Yami's grief,
deeper than the ocean,
began to flow out of her heart and through her eyes.
It emerged as tears.
The river of her tears swelled
and began to flood the world.
Her sobbing shook the earth and sky.
Her grieving heart sent forth an intense fire, and the bowels of the earth began to erupt.
The gods
and goddesses
of the elements became worried about the welfare of the earth and all its creatures.
They were afraid that Yami's mourning would bring about the destruction of the world. The gods
and goddesses
went to Yami as she sat immersed in her agony. They hugged her
and spoke words of comfort to her. Yami,
death is inevitable.
Yami,
you must light the lamp of hope again. But Yami was too sad to listen to consolation.
She kept repeating one sentence over and over.
Yama died today.
Yama died today.
The gods
and goddesses
left in despair.
They went to a hillside and sat in silence.
Then a thought occurred to them. Yami's mourning is perpetuated, not just by her love for her brother.
In her life, she has known only today.
There is neither yesterday
nor tomorrow. For the pain of Yama's death to become easier for her to bear,
today must end, and tomorrow must begin.
The gods
and goddesses
summoned their powers of creation.
First, they created the sunset.
Then, slowly, a gentle blanket of night enveloped the world.
Under the soothing dark sky of the first night, Yami fell asleep,
just as the birds and the animals did for the first time.
When Yami awoke, the sun was rising in a glorious dance of colors. Yami said to herself, Yama died yesterday.
The following day, the gods
and goddesses
heard Yami say,
Yama died the day before yesterday.
As time went by, Yami's grief began to lessen, as the merciful hands of the night dissolved the pain of Yama's death.
Although she never forgot her dear brother,
Her pain lost its power to haunt her.
her sadness became less fiery,
Her tears dried up,
and the danger her sorrow posed to the world
began to fade away.